are in La Quinta. Well, right, okay, so first debate is, are we in La Quinta or aren't we?
Right.
Because La Quinta's down below us.
Yeah.
But we're at the new part of
Is
La
this no
Quinta.
man's La Quinta? No man's land? Is
Well,
it?
this is where all the new development is going
Right.
on. So it's just north of La Quinta, literally bordering La Quinta. We're going to access La Quinta from here any minute without going back on the main road.
Can I ask, what is this building here in front?
Well, I don't really know. It's
Okay.
it's a building that has been owned for. Well, there's this and the one next door, and what they wanted to do was make a clubhouse for the whole area out of it, and I think they're still in discussions.
Great property.
But La Quinta is a very well-known area, so very popular. It's got a good reputation. It's owned by the Pascual Dairy Company, so it's like a corporate-owned thing. It's a proper, business. And they have a 27-hole golf course. They have Westin 5-star hotel, a lovely spa with gym, kids club, and it's very well located. Part of it is in the municipality of Marbella, part of it is in the municipality of Benavis. So it's right in the heart of the Golden Triangle. From here you can access Puerto Banús within, less than 10 minutes, I would say. You're on the road to Ronda, you've got Benavis village another 10 minutes away, Estepona 10 minutes. Everything's 10 minutes, have you noticed?
Everything is 10 minutes, I know.
Anyway, should we get cracking and have a
We
look?
get cracking, yeah, good stuff. Now, we're finding a lot of our American clients are choosing or liking the look of this. And I can see why.
What is that?
It's got a bit of everything here. Haven't you? You've got your hotel, you've got your golf course, you've got some cracking views. It's got its own. It feels quite international,
Yeah.
resort-like. God, this is all building, isn't it? It's all happening.
It's incredible. So pretty much every plot now in this area, and obviously there was nothing here for years, and we all said, "Gosh, that's the next place. That's the next place." So we're sandwiched. This bit here is sandwiched between El Madrinel, which is in another of our videos, and La Quinta. But I don't think anyone's come up with a name for this bit, so I'm just calling it La Quinta North. Hopefully it'll catch on.
Coming up to the view area.
Yeah,
which-
what you'll notice is that because of the landscape here, a lot of these, mainly apartments, are built on really steep hills. And the views on a clear day are unbelievable. Probably the best views on the whole coast, I would say.
Yeah.
Because below, well, not now, but below us we can have the whole of La Quinta laid out. This is the latest development, which is called the Sky. So you've got the view, and now this is the Sky.
Why they called it the view? Any ideas?
I was wondering that.
So we've had a few clients that have come into the view, haven't they? And they've loved it. The penthouses there, very, very popular. And the Sky is the next big thing to be. I mean,
Yeah, they've got apartments there, and they've also got villas. So, and obviously the reason it's called the Sky is because it's the most elevated point of this whole area, and the views are incredible. And
it's
you-
lovely. Look at that one.
Yeah, and you do feel sort of connected with the sky. It's fantastic. But yeah, this whole area is anyone who wants new build, but in a really good, strong area. Then this is a great option.
Sure.
I mean, the thing is, up here as well, it's become quite pricey. You're looking at really starting price in this area of about 500,000 euros for something new. And the prices go up and up and up. So I mean, the view has stuff at 2, 3, 4 million euros. So it goes on and on. Alfredo's come back in the car and he's chuckling. That's always a bad sign, isn't it?
So they got the view,
Yeah,
and what's above the view? The sky.
the sky. Of course. I want to know what next.
I reckon the top of the concha will see the mountain.
Yeah, or heaven or something like that. right?
Space.
But it's quite imposing, isn't it? So that's. I don't know if you want to see it from here, but the view is on our right hand side.
So you're getting views from over to Gibraltar, sort of.
Where we're heading here, so this area directly beneath us on the right is where phase 2 of the view is going. So that'll have different views. And then the sky is going above us here as well, right in front of us. So there'll be the view, and then above it, sort of behind the view, will be the sky.
You can't have sea. You can't have the sea
So
because that'll be underwater, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So this is the back end. You get to see all the sides here. This is the back end of the view. So quite distinctive architecture.
A lot of curves in it.
A lot of curves, waves.
Waves.
And then if you carried on up this road here, you would actually, in fact, let's do it. You'd come to the back end of Madronel, but you can't get to it.
Yes.
You'll just be able to see into it.
I did this the other day.
Did you?
Yes.
The reason I'm coming up here is because I want you to see Real de la Quinta. Now, we're going to do a separate video about Real de la Quinta because it's all happening over there. So this is land that's owned by Pascual Dairy Company, La Quinta, and they are developing a whole other resort there. So I think we need to get out and take a look at this. So here we are on top of the world.
I feel like it.
It's quite high up, isn't it? So just directly below us, in the immediate sort of foreground, is part of the original La Quinta resort. This is one of the 9-hole golf courses here. Some villas, there's a block of apartments just there. But what's really interesting, it's in the next valley almost, is a whole separate development, but still owned by La Quinta, called Real de la Quinta. And there you're going to have, well, a hotel. You're going to have a beautiful man-made lake with water sports, 6-hole golf course, equestrian centre, boutiques and cafes and all sorts of things, plus apartments and villas. And that's coming up really well. We're going to do a separate video about that because it's almost as big, I think, if not bigger than La Quinta itself. So all of this stuff is really well located. If you want access to Puerto Banús, Marbella, Benavis within 10-15 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes again, yeah. So Alfredo's insisting.
We go down the cul-de-sac of no return, they call it. Oh, bit of rock on the road.
Exactly, yeah.
This is exciting. I mean, this is good fun though.
Is this what people want to see?
Yeah.
The road to nowhere.
So what is this road, Sean?
It's just a road.
Okay.
You know, like the Spanish just build a road and then nothing ever happens. So we are now looking at Madronel.
Ooh.
So if you were to come in entrance 6, it's the first one, it comes all the way down here, bizarrely.
It's going to walk round the corner and disappear, and that'll be it. Last we ever see of it. Oh, it's full.
Alfredo, would you like a mint?
Yeah.
Smint.
Go on, you do the honours. So what do you think out here then?
It's a little bit pointless,
It's totally pointless, isn't
right?
it?
But
Yeah.
it's a good way of getting a look at the Madronel without having security for it.
Yeah, isn't it? You'll see as we come down the hill, La Quinta is all there in front of us. So anyway, so this is the backside of the view again. We're going to be seeing just on the right hand side at the moment the circular building. So on the left of us is the initial works for a development called Tiara, which again is below the view. So you've got Tiara, then you've got the view, then you've got the sky, and on the right hand side here is the backside of Alvarado Homes, which is already built and done and occupied. And we're
Apparently
just,
they had to move everybody out that that development just over there because the swimming pool started sinking. Did you hear about that? Everyone had to move out.
have you got any stories that aren't going to horrify potential buyers?
Yeah, maybe not have that bit.
Oh,
Jeez, yeah.
Honestly. Right, so here is the back of the original La Quinta estate. So you can see it's really part of the same thing, really. And what we're seeing now are some of the villas. This is Altos de la Quinta on our left, and we're going to come round to a different phase of Altos de la Quinta, which is an apartment development in front of us.
It's actually a huge area, isn't
Yeah.
it, when you think about it?
It is. Let me just show you quickly part of the Altos de la Quinta development, which is really popular. 2 and 3 bed apartments and penthouses, lovely views, most of them are south facing. There's nothing kind of complicated about them. Some of them have got underground parking, some haven't.
We say late 90s?
Maybe later than that, I'd say probably about 2010 actually.
Oh,
Yeah, but nice development. Good, it still represents decent value. Communal pools, gardens.
So there's no main entrance to La Quinta?
No, because you can approach it from lots of different directions, which is kind of part of its appeal, really. So you can access it from Puerto Banús and the way around the Lucia. You can also access it from the Ronda Road and the toll road very easily. And then there's the other entrance, from up here as well. So a few different angles you can get it from. La Quinta Hills, just on our left-hand side. Again, at one of the older developments here. Well, the one we can see at the top there, which has been hidden by the trees, is Buena Vista de la Quinta, which is a beautiful development of 2 and 3, and I think maybe 4-bed apartments and penthouses. Beautiful views. Very classy development.
I think the surrounding areas are very kept well, aren't they?
Yeah,
Very nice.
they are. And La Quinta is a really strong development. As I say, it's been going for decades. It's well backed with corporate money, and what they do very well. Some beautiful villas, and some really weird and wonderful villas actually, which you can see there dotted around. And obviously what you've got here, which you haven't got at places like Los Arqueros, for instance, is you've got a 5-star hotel. You've got the Westin Hotel here, and you've got a very nice spa, gym, kids club. It's a big villa. It's being finished off there.
So much work going on everywhere on the coast, isn't there?
Yeah.
Brand new builds to reforms. It's so busy at the moment. But actually, in the summer months, they have to quieten down, don't they?
Yeah, the interesting thing is that right in front of us is El Jarocho Alto, which is a gated community within La Quinta itself. And within there, you've got some beautiful, beautiful villas. And its own 24-hour security. So for anyone who wants that extra layer of protection, you've got it there. The problem with El Jarocho is because it's built into the hillside, the plot size is a little bit smaller because everything is on a hill. So great views, but you won't get the biggest plot. So here's the Westin, the hotel, and then if we were to take a left here, you'd see some of the older part of La Quinta. Do we want to go into the clubhouse and have a coffee?
I think we probably should, no?
I think we should now we're here. So let me just do the little loop first. So here's kind of the centre of La Quinta, I would say, where you've got the roundabout with the La Quinta sign, and then down there is you're on your way to the Marbella Football Centre, where all the teams come and train, and then you're in the back of Nueva Andalucía heading to Puerto Banús. But we'll go in here because this gives us a lovely little cafe place to
So got some new chairs coming in.
take some fresh coffee.
Well, look, there's someone with a leaf blower.
Someone with a leaf blower. Hey.
There he is.
So the spa is on the right hand side.
Yeah. I can see why it's popular with the American clients, asking about this.
Well, American clients tend to, because they're used to it over there, they tend to like the resort setup, don't they? Where everything is on site, everything is cared for, and this does that. Oh, I've got a car park nightmare. Do you ever have them? Too much choice. I can imagine you do actually.
Yeah, it's the wife that tells me, no, park there. No, just, what are you doing there? What,
Yeah,
park
isn't it
up
amazing
there. Park up there.
how they start to become experts in parking cars when they're in the passenger seat.
Exactly.
They're right. Okay.
Good. Right.
So here we are in La Quinta
We are.
Resort. I feel like I'm on my holidays.
I feel like, yeah, but you're not dressed for it, are you?
I know, I've got my
That's
socks
it.
on.
I know.
Ah, dear.
So it's the hub. This is the hub of the area,
struggling.
isn't it? Yeah. What's the step there? But this
Yeah.
is
So this is the Westin 5-star hotel.
yeah.
And then just right next door to it, you got the clubhouse for the golf, which is really nice.
Do you know what? Walking in there reminded me of a Florida resort because it was ice cold air conditioning. For Spain, that's quite unusual.
And huge.
It's a big area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So you got just overlooking the golf course. Then you got the spa.
Yeah.
You've got some pro shops on site as well. The Golf Pro shops. It's a lovely area. It's one you'd probably come to if you were staying here or if you were a resident in the area as well.
It's handy because if you buy a property in La Quinta, obviously you've got very easy access to all the facilities here. So the kids club, you've got the, as you said, the really nice spa and gym, and then you're less than 10 minutes into Puerto Banús. But this is the hub of it. This is where you find the sort of heart of the resort. So lots going on here, but you're so close to everything.
Yeah, you are. It's quite private here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Very
Nice.
nice. Very nice. Should we go for a stroll?
Shall we?
Yes.
So here we are, guys. We still haven't got rid of Alfredo, have we?
Is he still there?
Now, now that we're in a different video,
Yeah.
you should confess why I'm actually in the car. And that is so we can get past security at the other one. Tell the
Yeah,
truth.
that is true, actually. Yeah,
Go on, explain that story.
I can't.
Go on.
It's too long.
It's not long. We weren't sure whether we'd be able to get into La Heredia. So since it's a Cloud9 car, they figured I could be a buyer and we'll just pretend that we're going to do a viewing. That's the only reason I'm here.
Do you know he's changed, isn't he? I bet he's the lad at the back of class. He was like, "Sir, it was him."